like the donor passed in the winter. So why couldn't the donors make it? Like, why didn't they make it?
Well, the donor party was extremely exhausted and was trapped by early snowstorms, and they lacked the strong leadership to get through it. I guess the Jacob and George were not good enough leaders to lead them, so nobody ended up taking full control of the group.
So what snowstorm were they trapped in? Like by?
They were trapped by a snowstorm in Sierra Nevada mountains. It was around October of 1846. They were caught in frozen wilderness. The snowstorm is what led to the alleged cannibalism.
Oh yeah, because after like you're trapped in
There's no
you can't go back.
You can't go hunting. It was cold. People died in the harsh weathers, so they just ended up eating the people that were left.
I heard that the people that like went to the west, they were trained to survive. Like they had traps and everything. But when the donors tried to like fish, they wasn't prepared, so they failed that. They did everything.
They weren't as prepared as they thought they were.
Yeah. Next time, take a class or something, honey. So, at the end of this whole journey, how many members survived? Because I heard it's like 500 people, 50 left. Like, I heard so many crazy stories about this. I just need the truth.
Well, the truth is, there was, I don't know where you heard that there was 500 people, but there was only 89. There was almost 90. It's not fully sure how many people there were. They said it was almost 90, but about 90 men, women, and children. They were riding with children. Can you imagine how many children died? But out of the 89 people that went on the trip, only 46 survived. And surprisingly, 2/3 of the women and children survived, but only 1/3 of men survived. You would think that the men would be the strong ones to survive the cold, but they didn't. It was the women and the children that mostly survived.
It honestly hurts me to think, like, these people were, like, trying to find a better life, and they died because they wasn't prepared. Like, before I leave my house, I make a list, like, I need this. If I know I'm going on a trip, I need X amount of things. And it's like, I'm so prepared for anything that it, like, hurts, like, to know that, like, this shortcut ruined, like, half the people. Or even more people.
I feel like they should have just took the original plan. Like, they should have listened to the guy. Like, they should have just done the original plan. They just
okay. Well, this is a personal question. Like, honestly, me, okay.
Good morning, students of John F. Kennedy High School. On today's episode of Night's History, we will be discussing an important figure in both medical and women's history. You may wonder, who is this important figure?
Oh, pick me. I think I know who it is.
Okay. You over there in the glasses. Who do you think is the important figure of today's episode?
Is it Elizabeth Blackwell? Europe's first female doctor?
That's right, you guessed it. Today's episode will be focused on Elizabeth Blackwell, and not only is she known as Europe's first female doctor, she's known as the first female doctor in America also. After her father's sudden death, her mother and her sisters had no choice but to work as educators in order to make ends meet for their family. Our important historical figure, Elizabeth Blackwell, was born February 3rd, 1821, in Bristol, England. Due to the financial struggles her and her family faced when she was young, her family moved from Europe to America when Elizabeth was 11 years old. The first place they settled was in New York. After that, they soon moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. Elizabeth grew up in a liberal household that stressed education. When Elizabeth was in her mid-20s, she went to go visit a friend. Her friend seemed to have suffered from a terminal disease and felt too embarrassed to visit a male doctor. Elizabeth's friend later explained how she would be way more comfortable with having a female doctor instead of a male. Hearing this come out of her own friend's mouth really did affect Elizabeth. This also inspired her to pursue a career in medicine.
A document to the Massachusetts legislature and got an increased budget for the mental hospital. The Civil War broke out in 1861. Dorothy volunteered her services and was named Superintendent of Nurses. Her job was setting up field hospitals and first aid stations, recruiting nurses, managing supplies, and setting up training programs for new nurses. Although she was focused and efficient, many found her very rigid and lacked social skills that were necessary to run a military bureaucracy. Do you blame her though? She spent her childhood in a house making tracts, and she didn't have any friends, so how is she gonna gain social skills? After the war, she briefly returned to her original job on behalf of the prisoners and the mentally ill. She contracted malaria in 1870 and was forced to stop traveling. She became so sick, she took up residence in a hospital that she founded 40 years earlier in Trenton, New Jersey. How ironic is that? She ended up in a hospital that she founded. Wow. She died 6 years later of being admitted to the hospital. Her physician said she died because of ossification of the arteries. This means her arteries became unusually thick and stopped the blood flowing. She died on July 17, 1887, at the age of 85. She was buried in Mount Auburn Cemetery in New Jersey. Dorothy received many honors in her lifetime. She was elected President for Life of the Army Nurses Association from when she was in the war. In 1983, the United States Postal Service honored her by issuing a 1-cent Dorothy Dix Great American Series postage stamp. A U.S. Navy transport ship serving in World War II was named USS Dorothy L. Dix. L because her middle name was Lind. This ship even got battle stars. The Bangor Mental Health Institute was renamed in August 2006 to the Dorothy Psychiatric Center. Even a crater in planet Venus was named Dix in her honor.
In Canada, an educational boat was named Dorothy Dix in her honor by the Nova Scotia Sea School because they were inspired by her life-saving stations. Dorothy Dix was one of the most inspiring women in U.S. history. She did what women in the early ages wouldn't even imagine doing. She played a major role in founding 32 mental hospitals and 15 schools for the blind and new training nurses. Dorothy also broke the stereotype that all women are supposed to get married and stay with their husband because she never got married. Dorothy Dix will always be remembered as a brave and bold woman doing things that other people couldn't even imagine doing.